everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We are live. We are back. I really did miss it on Monday, guys, to be honest with you. I was just unable. I was out of the house. I just couldn't do it, unfortunately. But everything's all good in the hood and all the rest of it. We've got a good game week. We're just closing out. There's been some big stuff going on. I ran a competition. I'll be giving away the ETH on the stream tonight. Just wait for... It's about 10 past 10 now. Let's say we'll give it to about 20 past, half past, something like that. Actually, we'll do the raffle win when we're leaving SoRare Data and going into SoRare itself. Sorry guys, just messed about with the old cam. So we'll do the raffle winner there for the comment and like competition we ran on Twitter, and I think I dropped it everywhere. In fact, yeah, Reddit's and all those other places. So if you participated in the competition, thank you very much. But in about 20 minutes time, if you're watching this after we've been live, that's when you want to fast forward to if you're just here to find out who has won. What else is going to be happening in the stream is all the usual stuff. We'll be diving through SoRare Data first of all. We'll be looking at the previous week, what we're leaving behind. I've got one little eye on Barcelona. Depay, Captain Depay of course, is running as we speak, and he could be grabbing as a card right at the end hopefully. So I'll be keeping a wee eye on the Barca game in my bottom left here. bottom right to you guys. I'll be building my SD11 lineups and such as well. I will maybe then have what I'm going to do. It's going to prolong how long we're on SoRare Data, I suppose. Once we get past SD11, I'll do the raffle thingy, and then what I want to do is I want to actually have a shot. I want to do a few lineups on SoRare Data Lineup Builder and contrast them with the lineup I picked on SoRare. What day is it today? Thursday. I probably picked my teams on Tuesday or something like that. Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah, sort of time. And I want to compare and contrast and see if there's something I've overlooked or something that I actually was maybe subconsciously I've picked up on already. So that'll be fun. We dropped the podcast this week as well. I've been working on that for a good little while. And if you check the funny thing is because some of the teams that are featured in it, Mikey Bass, and I see you're in the house and you've gobbled up all three of them already. Well done to you, mate. I hope you enjoyed them. But some of the stuff that I spoke about, because it was recorded like last week and 4 days ago or whatever, one or two of the things, like, there's a wee bit more proof in the pudding now, sort of thing. So check the dates and stuff like that as well. You'll be able to catch out with some stuff, and hopefully gives you a wee bit more trust and credibility in the material we'll be popping out there. That we know football. We know football here, But Mikey, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. XMK, my man in the house. Fist bumps for all. Bob Flint, I see you as well. Misaki, Rose Slevin. Love the name, mate. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And Nick Taylor, my man. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, it's been a funny game week, guys, because I was actually tied up at the beginning of it on having quite, what really limited me this game week was my lack of super rare forwards and my lack of goalkeepers, right? Which are two odd things to be short of. You wouldn't normally think that would result in a lesser quality or necessarily, of course, a lesser amount with the goalkeeper, but the quality of team I'm putting out, I'm looking at the scores in hindsight, I'm just pulling the screen up before I show you it, I was really happy with when I picked them and stuff, but I've definitely been I kind of touched on it, but I've had some personal stuff to be dealing with for the last couple of days, and it was definitely the most distracted I ever went into a game week. I didn't even do a D5, and I could have had the whole Man City Limited rig out. That could have all went. The Negredo started tonight. Don't know how well he's doing. He's not scored, of course, but Bravo started, and I could have had a full champion D5 out doing something, and I didn't. And then I've seen other guys that are like, Ivan Illich started, got an assist, get subbed to half time, which I think is just a managing his minutes kind of situation, or might not have been half time, maybe 60 minutes. So anyway, I didn't play him either, and I'm like, how did he not get into a team? And I've got some good scores. We're coming out with some cards, it looks like. But anyway, without any further ado, this is the game week we're just leaving behind. This is game week 203, the midweeker. So in All-Star D3, it looks like we're getting a tier 1 rare guaranteed at this point. I've checked already. I had to look at this right before we went live. We've got the E for an absolute canter, and it's Champion Euro D3 where Depay is still live and running, and we're hoping he can catch up with the the bubble, as they say. So this is the lineup that we picked that is bringing home a prize. It was actually it was just, what, all these guys will play, and if they can all get around the 60 mark or above, we should be in amongst it, and that's kind of what's happened. And Kessler scored a goal, his first goal of the season. It's not something I could have predicted or forecasted. Key and Denier and David all really just done what was expected, and if Matt Turner could have got a clean sheet on top of that 51 score, because he did 2 goals and he still scores a 51. And some guys that speak to me in DMs will know that quite often my advice has always been, with any goalkeeper of any region or any criteria, no matter what it is you're looking to buy, can you buy a Matt Turner, is one of the things I always ask. Top goalkeeper, and it looks like we're pulling in, as you can see here, we can only finish between 33rd and 36th, and to drop down to a tier 2 wouldn't happen until place 57, or place 40 maybe. 40 must be the last spot for tier 1 rare, and we can't finish below 36 as it stands now. So tier 1 rare, and just for a wee bit of context, we won I say we as in the club, FC Barcelona, we won a tier 1 rare out of Global All-Star D3 in the last game week, and it was a Mickey Yamain, legend OP card. I love him. So it's a great prize pool to be fishing in, so I'm happy with that. The ETH has been pretty much captured by the one, the only Gianluca Mancini. What a stomping game week. And I was looking at that and thinking, fuck man, I should have played him there over Denier. I just wasn't sure, maybe because Mancini's clocked up a lot more minutes. I was like, maybe it's a midweek game, maybe he does something for it. He didn't. Jose Mourinho, that has been he stuck with him, and what a score. He got an off the line clearance when I seen it earlier, and this is all round score 31. Must have a triple in here or something. No, he doesn't. Wow. So what's his points for? Clean sheet, right? Okay, that's fine. Jules won. Passing to the final third. Accurate long balls. Long passing to opposition, 7 points. Wow. Hope that continues. That's so weird how that adds up to 31. It doesn't look like much, eh? It is really the clean sheet and then a couple of good passing stats. And I mean a couple. Accurate passing, 6.9. That is high for a defender. There's not a lot of possession lost. I think that's probably part of the key here, really, when it comes to the defenders. His possession loss is so low. And that could be a key metric that we actually analyse going forward, because that tells a story. It really does. Falcao, the man, the myth, the legend, El Tigre, is contributing to some ETH, which is lovely. This is a lineup that's still running. Sorloth, and again I look at Sorloth and I think, why the fuck didn't I put Mancini in this team? Really, what was I thinking? Sorloth, like Mancini would have been a much better, even Denier, you know what I mean? It just helped this mission that Depay has upon his shoulders now to rescue the team into a tier 2. It is Champion Euro D3, so any prize pool in Champion Euro D3 I'm happy with, so 38 isn't the worst score in the world. It's really this bullshit, and it is bullshit, guys. We should be doing an online campaign. That is not an own goal. I hope you've seen it. If you haven't seen the goal that Atletico Madrid conceded, you'll be able to find it dead easy. YouTube, La Liga TV, look at the highlights. They're about 4 minutes long. Not much happened in it, and the only goal Getafe scored, I'm pretty sure. I don't have it down as an OG when I've seen it. I have only watched it, that one thing once, and I was like, nah, I've made my mind up already. I'm going to be one of those people. And I'll be on a wee mini tirade to try and get it overturned. But we should take to the streets and get right on it, because that was a fucking crime. It really is, and it would help me. Now, this was just I didn't really get a good chance to look over this right before coming on, but I knew THB and Yari V, the boys from the hood, were THB and Yari V, man. The boys from the hood, they were both running, and Yari was the captain of the team, so I had a wee bit of hope that this could have maybe done something. Didn't quite get there. Van de Voort just getting pumped off at Antwerp is really what's done us, unfortunately. And Ueda 37, hey ho. But Koke against Kawasaki, I'd say good players play well against good teams, even if you're expecting them to get overrun and pumped. No, even a clean sheet to his name, but good players in good games, that's what you're after sometimes. This team surprised me mightily. Now, I cannot have any regrets about Tio Hernandez, because I was looking at this thinking, Jesus, how does he go into the D4 shitter team out of, how didn't he make it in here somehow? Oh, he wouldn't have made it in defenders. But even into here, how did they not make it into here next to Hakimi? Why was that not the play? That sounds like something I would do, and I don't know why. He did start on the bench, which at the time made me feel vindicated. I was like, oh good, I must have known or suspected that somehow. But then he comes off the bench and he gets a goal and an assist, I'm sure. Yeah. Fucking mental. So he may be very close to pushing that team into something, but Badgie, Keaton Parks getting sent off, and Keaton Parks was my captain. Is probably what's cost us there, because Captain Parks, if he doesn't get subbed off, he's got to be hitting 40s to 50s and getting me over the line here. So that's sore, it must be said. Schubert, by the way, clean sheet away from home, that's good to see. And this team was very romantic. I was very optimistic coming into the game week, and they all did shit. They all really did. Sean Johnson was okay, I suppose, but they all did crap, really. McKennie, did okay, but Miazka, Musa and Conrad, none of them started. I thought they all would have, and hey ho, didn't go anywhere, unfortunately, so that's a kick in the stones. But it was a nice romantic team, my Americans in Europe, my 2-1 of 100, the Miazka and the De La Fuente, the rookie year Musa, the cup winning at Juve, McKennie, love it. So the romantic team that went nowhere, unfortunately. So we'll have a wee refresh, see if Depay's clocked any more points. It might be getting us closer to something. 74th, 30 points away still. Okay, doke. So we're going to jump in first of all into SD11, and then we'll do the raffle giveaway. So in SD11, guys, the reason I always do this, and I know some of you will be sick to the back teeth of me explaining this, but I like to lay out, without prejudice, without bias, the best 11 cards I've got this game week. Hudlin beat me! Hudlin! In the last game. Fine margins. 22 points. I think I knew about this. Actually, Hudlin had messaged me. It was his team absolutely bossed it, but I think his subs had kind of done him. But he still beat me. Wow, well done, man. What a score. My team just was all... the forwards let me down. So yeah, we're at 77. Okay, Hudlin beat me. So the SD11, it means a lot to me. These elo rankings, like, I do value it. I think it's a good barometer on ability, and and quality of your club and your gallery and whatever. But I just cannot seem to catch a break. Just can't seem to get a good run. I win. I definitely win more points, more games than I lose. I think. No, maybe not. I've lost 3 in a row now, man. Jesus, we're on a losing run. We need to get back up there, man. So maybe the formation needs to change. We've been going 3-4-3. We've got 3-5-2 seemed to be paying off against me there a second ago. But we'll stick with the 3-4-3. We'll stick with the club philosophy. We're not going to abandon ship to chase down results just yet. But as I'm looking at my goalkeepers, first of all, I just need to double check what that percentage is. It's a pick percentage. But that's the key stats I'm looking at, is the green boxes. So what they tell me is the last 5 and the last 15 form of that player, and then the OPP, the opponent, is the average score a player of that position gets against this week's opponent. So that is a nice kind of indicator on the strength of the fixture for the game week upcoming, you know. So you're looking, especially for goalkeepers, ones that get really close to the 60 mark, like Slowick here at 57. That's a good indicator for me. Yeah, I think I might go Slowick. That's enough for me at this point, I think. So I've kind of done my teams, of course, already on the main website, and I kind of felt that his fixture was good, and I'd like to see a wee bit of indication on that. The comment section is kind of running away from me, guys, so I'm terribly sorry. Good to see you all. Fist bumps to all who's in the house. World Football Tips, I see you. John H, good to see you, my man. If you're just starting with 1k bankroll, would you suggest hitting D5 or going, if you've got £1,000, John, you should be going for D4. Like, that's the, you know, yeah, with that type of money, you have to be getting yourself into the game to be in the money, you know, to be getting ETH back, you know. In my opinion, anyway, you know. It's entirely up to what your strategy is, but if you're asking me that question, I feel that that's an appropriate answer. Oh! Mikey Baston's on the bubble for Biggie for low ETH. Unlucky, my man. Good evening, guys. New SoRare just started, finished the rookie week. Any advice on what league I should focus on? It sounds pretty obvious, Ahmed, but Global All-Star D4. But you want to have so I've got a video. What playlist is it? The How to Build Your SoRare Club playlist. There's a video in there called Region Configuration. I highly, highly, highly recommend you watch that video. It is the perfect answer to your question. That's Region Configuration and the How to Build Your SoRare Club playlist. Morts, my man, good to see you. Rookie's open forever now, it seems. I am Depay sent off. Mikey, fuck off. I've not got a notification saying that. Don't do that to me, guys. Come on. Quinny, what's the best for me? Well, I'm going 3-4-3 because I want to get the 3 best defenders, the 4 best midfielders, I suppose, and then the 3 best strikers in front of me. And I know, without bias, without prejudice, those are my best guys. So they have to somehow find their way into the best teams as much together as possible. That's the kind of the strategy that I take from this, you know. You not have Depay still running in SRD11? Well, no, because SRD11 is not get the midweek, Josh. That's the last weekend. But like you're thinking there, I've still got hope. Unfortunately, there is no hope. That's a lost tie. Do you get limited Andrea? May continue with rookie and sign up SoRare Academy to SoRare Academy. Yeah, you can. I don't really. Sure, I think there's. I don't know, there's a conversation going on there, I'm not going to interrupt. I think these are all appropriately helping each other. So, when it comes to the back 3, right, so I think, oh Jesus man, average opposition defender score against Brentford is 40. I suppose Brentford do score, so getting clean sheets isn't really happening, so you need a defender that's kind of boss like Van Dijk that get passes in the final third, will enter the box, will get headers on goal, that kind of thing. So it's kind of hard to judge on the basis of that whether Van Dijk versus Brentford is a good fixture. But it's an interesting thing we note instantly. Machida's got a good fixture. Hakimi's in good form, but I'm thinking Hakimi didn't play at the weekend, or he didn't start the weekend. I think he came off the bench. Started in the midweek, got 2 goals, of course, as we know, and I'm then thinking, does he maybe rest at the weekend to play Champions League? So that's got a wee iffy on it. AC playing Spezia. Theo started on the bench. I think Theo's going to start actually. This right side first? Yeah, we'll pick Theo last, but Theo's going to get into this team. I think quite easily. Gabriel, by the way, I fancy Gabriel against Tottenham to have a really good game. I really do. After tonight, I think Mancini is on for a big game, especially in a derby. I think Mourinho versus Sarri is a good tie. I've not seen Roma or Lazio play this year. I think I've seen Roma for like 15 minutes. I've not seen any of Lazio, so it's kind of hard to judge, I suppose. But the form he's on, defender form like that is good to have going into a big game like that, in my opinion. Trippier, I'm still dicey on Trippier this year. I've not seen any kind of consistency from him in terms of selection or score. And when you get cards like that, guys, that you are like attached to or you're very familiar with, when they do present question marks, it is important to treat them without, I can't say this enough when we're in this section of the stream, treat them without bias. Would you pick that guy in the best team? Because every time you're picking a team, right, you are always trying to pick the best one possible. Not the one that looks the best, sounds the best, is the most flashy. The one that is the actual best you can make with the resources available at that point when you're picking that team. THB, I want to give THB a game. 55 average score for his opponent, and he's in good form. Jack Hendry the same at 57. Maybe we just take that as our strategy for. I'm going to drop the Mancini. So I'm not sure what his score actually was, but I think we might even go. Who was that I just seen there? Sorry, Gabriel's. What's Gabriel? 50. That's good, by the way. Right, okay, I think we'll go Gab Mag. 49 for Mancini. We'll go Gab Mag. What's your mains? 51. No. 54. Oh, he's against them. Your main could boss it. So let's go your main. Gab Mag. Where are you? Gabriel Magalhaes, in case you're wondering who I'm talking about. And Tio. I think that's a really good back three. Is it my best back three? Van Dijk has got a case, I suppose. But Gabriel's not going to get rotated. That is certain, And Liverpool, the way their selection's been going, they have had injuries to contend with. They have had to rotate guys. They've got injuries they don't want to contend with that they're having to. There's a few, Michael, good to see my man. Michael Pennick. Forgot there was no midweek. How do you pick All-Star D4 players? Just anyone to try and hit the threshold? Kinda. So obviously you're trying to get 255 points. So you're kind of doing that divided by 5. But then you've got a goalkeeper and you've got a striker and a captain. A wee bit of maths that goes into it. If you want to just paint by numbers, just recommend you find good guys to fill each position that you like. You have some exposure to. You should always start with something you're familiar with already. Your first couple of purchases shouldn't be blind. It shouldn't be no-name nobodies you're not familiar with. You should be trying to get something, anything you have a familiarity with, a connection with, an understanding of. It's the best way just to make sure your first couple of purchases are relatively solid and you're not regretting them later, because it's so easy to regret purchases, it really is. Barco has to go into my best midfield. SoRare is injured. Wirtz has to go in also. Legit, I'm not sure if Legit plays. Braze Mendes, I think it does play. I think pick rate 100%. That's because it's just me that owns him. Average score for a midfielder against Granada is 53, and I think is it Granada that Barca are playing? No, it's Cadiz. Sorry. Ivan Ilic against Genoa, 59 average score for a midfielder. I think Ivan Ilic makes the cut on that basis. He's in great form. He's not been overplayed, and he's now starting to get spoken about. The podcasts and things I listen to as being one of the up and coming midfielders in the league now, which is nice, with a couple of assists and a goal already this season. No one else is really jumping out at me midfield at the bottom of the barrow as such. So I'm just going to jump back to the top. Okay, so far it's a really sexy midfield, and so far they're 3 under 23s, which tells me I'm probably going to have some good selection headaches over in that department. I'm very tempted to pick Kevin Paredes because I think against Cincinnati that's a good fixture. He is at home as well, and for his position and the sort of player he is, playing left wing, I fancy him to get a lot of joy down Cincinnati's right. So I think I might pick Kevin Paredes on the strength of that data point. I'm probably going to pick captain. I'll go captain. No, captains for the forwards. Why do I always get the last couple of streams? I've had that urge to captain a midfielder. I don't know why. Darwin is playing in this team, no question about it. There's actually question marks over Joseph Martinez now. I'm pretty sure I've got him featured quite prominently. Depay has to go through the middle here, doesn't he? And then who's my next striker? So in my main teams, Joseph is going to have to get subbed out, and I'm going to have to downgrade probably my situation by losing a super rare striker of that caliber. It does make a big difference, you know. And that'll be the same with you, no matter what level of the game you're at. When you've got your top striker on paper in terms of value, expected output, profile, everything, when you've got them not available to play, like, it will make a difference to what you're doing. It really will. I want to play Falcao or something daft like that. I don't think I do. I need to get wins. I think Jota scored tonight. I think he's good to... You know, the thing with a player like that is he could just get like 2 goals and an assist or something. Especially because I think Giakoumakis might play... Yeah, let's go with that. That's the team. And it's going to be... It's Captain Depay. It's club policy. It's in his contract. And then backup goalkeeper... I think we go Kim Sung-gyu, by the way. No, I'll go all black. Because Alaves are struggling. And then on the bench, we can't go yet. I was thinking your main there. We'll go Van Dijk. Yeah, we'll take Van Dijk on the bench. Good insurance policy to have, isn't it? If you've seen the stacking video, the site of All Black next to Van Dijk will probably be familiar to you. So that was something I was chatting about, and it just struck me there as I put them together. I'm tempted to pick Legit for this, or Brais Mendes, or Medina. Medina came off. I think Medina played well and probably will start again, but it's good. Oh, Saka 51. That's good. I was kind of looking to find that information out tonight for Saka. I wasn't sure how good his fixture was looking on paper from an SO5 perspective. Okay, I'm gonna throw Legit in here. Oh, it's not away 48 for a midfielder. Columbus away 57 for a midfielder. That's mad. That's high. Makes me want to play Wanyama now. That is an interesting data point. I might go Brais. Yeah, I'm going to go Brais. Brais on the bench, and then up top, Jordan Larson maybe. Sané. Oh, how does Sané? No. Sané's starting. Sorry, Jota. Sané starts. And Jota, you can be on the bench. Yeah, Sané is playing. Coleman is out. Oh, he's on the road to recovery, of course. I think I seen him a picture on internet of him today, back at training, running about and stuff, like jogging. So anyway, Sané plays. For my money, he plays. So that's the team. That's my best 11 on paper for this game week that I believe. There's a wee bone of contention at the back. More my kind of point of view on some of them. That's pure data, and that's just the feeling again as well. Next bench. Okay, cool, sorted. Now guys, I have already set up the competition to be won. This is the little tool I'm using, so this just deals with everything. I tell this thing, pick somebody at random who has liked the video and dropped a comment. I hit this button here, and it's going to give us the winner. It should anyway. I did a trial run, it worked. Oh, come on. Get YouTube comments. Oh yeah, do that first, and then it gets them all. 87. Thanks a lot for entering, by the way. I hope you do something good with your ETH. And the winner is Hudson Sin. Welcome to the SoRare universe. Hudson Sin, congratulations, you are the winner. I will be in touch with you, Hudson Sin. I am pretty sure I know how to get in touch with you, or I'll be willing to create a unique URL. No, okay, I don't need to do that. I will get in touch with you, Hudson, later tonight or tomorrow, and we'll get that ETH off to you ASAP. Magic guys, thanks a lot for everyone who entered the competition. I had it all programmed and ready to go for these. Hudson Sin is the winner of the 0.025 Ether. Thank you very much, guys. Please, as always, follow me on social media and all these other places, in case I probably will do things like that on occasion, probably every once in a while, because it's great for me. Gets me obviously a nice little bump on YouTube, which you'll obviously be able to work out quite easily. That's the whole point of it. You get a little bit of ETH for your troubles. We all have fun. We all are best pals for life, you know. So, anyway. Now, I'm going to set the lineup builder up here. My lineup builder. And this is for game week 204. And I'm going to just go straight. I'm going to go to the top of the table, right? Because I just want... Because, like I said on... I can't remember what the hell it was now. I've been recording so much stuff. See, this is... does everyone get this? This is what puts me off SoRare Data Lineup Builder on my desktop. Is it's a bit clunky, you know. It's a bit... This section here is a bit too big, but it needs to be that big. I don't know if I can change it from being left and right, to be side by side. I don't know if that's a benefit or not, but it's a wee bit kalangi sort of thing. So I'm going to do that. Let me just check I'm still signed in over here. Yeah, we'll get fired up with the chat. Yeah, so we'll check out the prize pools. Hudson Sin, you're in the house, my man. Of course you are. Well done, congratulations, mate. I knew you'd be popping up. We're going to be, we'll go through all the teams. Now guys, first of all, right, I've got a team going into the Rookie League, right? I have never, ever entered the Rookie League. I've never had a team that could. I've never had players that were playing or anything. And I'm tempted this week to play, right? And I've put a team out because I've got a common goalkeeper, I've got a common Ronaldo, I've got a common Vlasic, and obviously I can just drop in 2 rares. I've just dropped in 2 defenders. One that I just actually put in the SD11, so I might need to rethink that a little bit. But I'm thinking, hey man, if I can get, because if they let commons run in special weeklies again, which I don't know if they will, if they're letting us keep on winning them, they might just, I don't know. So anyway, I thought, why don't I just throw a team in? Why not? So, but we might need to rejig things about. I might need to turn my Global All-Star D4 into a pure ETH hunting team, and maybe take a bit of strength out of the Global All-Star D4 that I currently have in the form of the goalkeeper, and I might need to move him around because we do have some things to change down to things like Joseph Martinez and Chanot gets sent off as well as Parks. So that means for me, man, New York City are playing Red Bulls again at the weekend. It's going to be Sands next to Callens as centre back, and then in centre mid I think it's going to be Morales and Acevedo, and that's Alfredo Morales. That's in New York. Again, it's the Acevedo, and then I think it'll be the same kind of 3 behind Castellanos that we've seen last night. So I have some things like that going on that are going to be jiggery pokering around. I know I've got a good feeling T.O. will start at the weekend because he started on the bench midweek and obviously did so well. How can he not? Just give him some game time in the lead up to Champions League. You'll give him the 60 minutes rather than the 20 or 30 he got this time. So more information makes better decisions, basically. Okay, now right before we hop in, guys, I'm just going to take a wee pause for a second. If you can just hang tight, I will be back in a moment. Bum 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 bum. Even got you live at last, Phil Wakeman. Yes, you have. Usually watch after. Good to hear, my man. Press the control and use the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. Oh, XMK with the hack. So scroll, control and scroll, control and scroll, baby. Control and scroll. Oh yeah. XMK, what a guy. What a guy. Just banged into something. Sorry, I've just realised I'm still in the close-up. Boom! We fixed it. Oh, lovely jubbly. Look at that. Control and scroll. Love it, man. Hashtag. Yeah, let's I'm trying to just see what's good for you guys to see on screen. I think that's probably, yeah, it's just about the limit. Well, I suppose that's not too uncomfortable, is it? That's fine. Right. Congrats, Hudson Sin. Set screen sized. Oh, yeah, Mikey's got it as well. I think it's, yeah, sorry, Nick Taylor. You guys were all saving me from my obvious idiocy. Now, so Global All-Star D2, right? Let's have a look at the team I already... No. Let's do it this way. Let's just forget what I've picked. Like, right, Slovics and goals, I think, in terms of him. And where's Titon? Where is Titon? So Titon against Washington. Yeah, he's not going to get a clean sheet, is he? So Slovic is the best hope for a clean sheet out of the 2 of the super rare goalkeepers, so that's quite an easy decision to make. Super rare defence, okay, so Global All-Star D2, this is the thing, guys. Now, I did a video, that's what I was talking about, and I get sidetracked a wee bit, sorry. What video was it? Oh, yeah, I don't know if you've watched it, right, but it was how to win Messi, Neymar and Mbappe, right? It's just a kind of video I put out there for any new people kind of searching stuff like that. Why not? In Division 2 Global All-Star, you can have the opportunity, if they're in the prize pool, because if you win that division, a star super rare is up for grabs. So I want to check the prize pool, and I want to see this game week if maybe one of them is in here. So the star super rare, you'd have the shot of a Depay, Oblak, Courtois, Tadic, Van Dijk. This is a good prize pool. Morioka, Bono, Ramiro, Herdeke, Cecina. Don't think you'd be getting down the bottom of the pool for winning a division. I would hope not anyway. Keylor Navas, that'd be sore. Some of these guys, man, how can they? I suppose it's what's the prize pool. These are the stars out of the prize pool that is currently available in Global All-Star this game week. That's the way it works. But Depay would be the dream, I suppose. So it's not quite a Messi, Neymar and Mbappe that's in Global All-Star this game week. In Champion Euro, let's have a look at the rares, okay? So star rares we want to have a peek at. Mbappe, Neymar are both in the Champion Euro pot this game week. There's 20 Neymars available. There's 15 Mbappes. We've got some Depays, and then all the other culprits we just seen a minute ago. There's a wee cheeky Frankie de Jong or two out there to be won. Let's check Global All-Star. So we want star rares. Mbappe, Neymar, no Messi's in the prize pools just yet. Depay. And then, yeah, usual suspects, that's all cool. Okay, so Global All-Star and Champion Euro D3, if we can prioritise them without detrimenting the D2, because the D2 is what we're really aiming for then. The best case scenario, I suppose, would be a Tier 1 super rare. Probably a Tier 2, but let's say Tier 1. So Tier 1, Luka Modric, Aspas, I suppose that would go quite well with the... Yeah, it's an okay pool, isn't it? I suppose Jordi Alba would be nice. I think he's injured now, but Bond would be good. Soraya would be good for me. Nicolas de la Cruz, Golovin, Marcus Llorente, Davy Klaassen. One of those guys would be fucking good, yeah. So, yeah, nice prize pool to be shooting in, fishing in, whatever we're going to think of it as, I suppose. And what was the other? So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. The under 23s. Star rares for them. Do we have Mbappe? We do have Mbappe. There's only 9 of them but available in that pool. Hakimi's get 8. Super rares. I don't think we get any star super rares. No, so it'd be tier 1s and 2s would be the best. I'll say 2 for my tier. Tejan Buchanan, Boubacar Kamara, Serginho. This is a nice pool, man. I've got no problem winning a tier 2 if this is the, especially Brenner, Caden Clark, Duvikas, Kakere. It's a lovely prize pool to be fishing in. Yeah, so I'm excited about under 23 D2, Champion Euro D3 in particular. But that's not what we're doing. We're doing so do I want to do this first then? I think I'm going to do, well, I do have a lot of good under 23 cards, especially in defence. So do I want my best defender? I want my best defender to be in the best team, which for me this game week is probably the under 23 D2. I'll circle back to this if I have to. I'm pretty sure I've picked Machida in this team, but looking at it, Hakimi, average score for a defender against Montpellier is 44. I can see you losing a lot of possession against a team like Montpellier. Harvard Bellis might be a wee bit underestimated. He got another great score tonight. Brooks Lennon away to Philly. Clean sheet unlikely, so you're hoping he gets decisives. Trippier, as I said, still question marks. Valenzuela, still question marks. So who have we got? King Kess, as he's called. King Kess, the man himself. Koki Machida, Ashraf Hakimi, Issa Mandi, I don't think plays against Real Madrid. Brooks Lennon, Taylor Harwood Bellis. So I've got 5 proper viable. Matarita. Yeah. I've got 5 proper viable options. I think out of the 5 of them, as I say them all out loud, I think who I would want to go into this team is probably going to be Machida, because he's away. Oh, actually, Machida's a little bit more picked in this division. Oh, that's interesting. Watching that, see that. Hakimi could be really good here because, yeah, let's go Hakimi here. Because we can still, fucking win and get a star super rare, which doesn't need to be Messi or Depay for me to be excited about it, you know. Barco is the best super rare midfielder, but he is so much more powerful for me, I think, in under just 23s. A few Wanyamas get played in this division for the looks of it. Wow. 35% of them. So there's 5 of them, so maybe, what's that then? 2? 2 of them go into All-Star D2, that's interesting. I think I'm picking Legit in this team. I think I fancy Legit to start, and he's due a big score. He's got a big score in him. I know he does. It's a nice looking team, isn't it? It's a very Quinny team. I think the striker I'm picking, I know right away, is Darwin Núñez. Especially now that Joseph is a question mark. Yeah, this is the main parrot. So I definitely had. This is giving me problems. Pretty sure Darwin's in my best under 23 team. I've got Jordan Larson actually. Jordan could go into this team and hold his own. Opposition 49. So what I'm going to check, I'm going to do it on my phone because normally I do it on the stream. Mark Hudson, good to see my man. Is check the head to head and see how he's done. And whenever I do it on the computer, it tends to slow the stream down and stuff. So I'm just going to dive onto my phone real quickly and see squad, fixtures. UFA, head to head. So the last game, UFA won 3-0. Jesus, 1 each with Moscow, 0-0. It's not been a good game for Spartak Moscow, this UFA, has it? Lineups. Larson missed a pen in the last time they played. So I had fucked up the formation they played as well. And I was under, what's this Hinkel? Must have been Tedesco. Oh, that's actually not that great a fixture for Spartak, but Larson's still to get up and going this season under the new manager. Really, I think he's had a good game or two early on, but he's not been hitting Larson form. You know, he's got that to come. UFA at home, yeah, why not? And then the last super rare we're going to throw in. This is just the best of any position that we've not picked yet. Really, is what we're looking for. It would be Barco, but Barco has to be kept for under 23s, I think, at this stage. Numeka isn't guaranteed to start. Neither is Joseph. I could probably put Brooks Lennon in here. He's good for an assist. And I don't think that's... Or Medina. Yes. I think I put Medina in here. What about Grantier? 46 was Grantier's 48 average score against. There's not that many Medinas played in this division. 53 for Key, he's got a good fixture. I think I'm going to stick with my gut there. Oh, Osaka, what's his 51? But Saka's kind of playing up front. What I wanted to check with that is Tokyo's form. If Tokyo conceding goals, I think Osaka's the man for this team. Yes, that could be the solution. So, Urawa Reds fixtures, head to head with FC Tokyo is okay, I suppose. Tokyo themselves, especially at home, yeah, don't really tend to concede too much. In fact, Urawa away are good. Standings, this is decent form. It's all Urawa. Yeah, much better form at the moment. And they're hunting down Europe. Tokyo are off it. I think I'm gonna go out on a limb. Saka has been playing well since he's got up and running for Urawa. I'm gonna go with him. Now this is actually a really tough dilemma. Who would captain this team? Because there's no trope captain. Would it be Hakimi? Would it be legit? Would it be Saka? Saka is playing up front now, kinda. I think I'm going Captain Osaka, by the way. Right, let's do it. So I'm going to do that for the other 2 teams that I just detailed as being Sobolev back from suspension, could see Larson back to the bench. I'd imagine not, but he hasn't scored for 14 games now. Yeah, the manager doesn't like Sobolev, I don't think. I think he, like me and you spoke about this, Joshy boy. I think he loves Pons. I think he likes Larson, but for you really need... I don't like Pons personally. But I think you need Quincy Promise, Larson and Sobolev. That's the 3, you know, that is the 3. That is the magic. So let's have a look at my All-Star D2 to see what I had picked. I'm probably going to need to bin it now, because I did pick Joseph Martinez, and I actually opted for Key. Key is away from home. Is Saka at home? Oh Jesus, I've lost him. Where is he? Where is Saka on this little page? Oh, sorry. I always forget that I need to think about how squinting looks on the camera. Oh, Jesus, I can't think. I'll work it out later. Is he at home? So we're taking key for Isaka. All-Star D3 I had him in. Interesting. And we're dropping Joseph for Jordan. Who did I have in defence? Was it still Machida? No, it was Hakimi. Okay, so we're doing that as well. So Machida out, Hakimi in. Boom. Captain Isaka. Oh yeah, Uruguay away also. I think that's why I kind of went maybe for Key, because his away game is a bit more favourable. I actually really like this team as an all-star D2 and I'm going to run with it. Ponce 100%. 100% falls under the Seferovic principle. If I was to buy him, tell you that I still don't like him, but buy him and sell him, you know, like, because other people see that he plays, he is playing, he's a starter, he does get decisives, there's no way of getting around it, you know, but I don't rate him. So buy a guy like that, wait for the form to get hot, the price goes up a bit on what you paid for him before the form takes off, and you move him on. That is the Seferovic principle. So I've already just looked at the D3, so I need to pick the D3, I need to go do it the D2 under 23s, because that's the next prize pool we're going to be chasing down. And I think I've got good enough. Some of Isaka's goals recently have been quality. Glad I got one before the move, thanks to your history with him last season in this stream. So glad to hear that. It's such a random guy that we fell in love with. You know, me and Hendo, we had the Sakas, he had an Alunga, I've got an Ominami, he got a Koga, I won a Gyu. So between the two of us, we had like the whole team, you know, kinda. And they were in great form last year when they had Alunga. They were a top half team and they were really good fun to follow. And I'm glad that is equalled XMK. You've managed to get a good SO5 performer at a cut price as a result. So this is the team I went for. I've kind of looked at this ahead of time. So I should have done that. So under 23 D2 and goals. So I've got no super rare goalkeeper. So who is the best under 23 goalkeeper I've got? I've opted for Schubert against Fortuna. Only 40 average score, so it's not actually. Tanny's probably get the best fixture on paper, but it's not because he's going to get the clean sheets, because he'll be asked to do a lot of work and get a lot of saves. Kawasaki are not quite the team that we remember them for being very recently. They've lost quite a number of key players. So they're not quite as openly prolific. As I'm saying that, I am jinxing myself. So I'm not sure picking Tanny is going to be a good move or not. Schubert did just pick up a clean sheet midweek, and Fortuna are like a lower side. His Van de Veert's score works, I suppose. Van de Veert did let us down in the last game week. Can he make amends for it or not? So in defence, I think Kessler is probably the best pick, especially after his goal. He'll be buzzing. But in saying that, the conundrum that comes from that, which is why I know I have to kind of revisit this a bit, is that New England Revolution last night, if you didn't really pay attention to the team, they made like 9 changes. The only 2 players that stayed in the team was Turner and Kessler. Now, I think Kessler hasn't played as many minutes, nowhere near as many minutes as Farrell this year, and it took him a while to displace John Bell. I think that was maybe through some maybe fitness, but I think it was a bit of game management early season for him, which puts me in a really difficult position for trying to judge if he is going to be subject to some sort of rotation at the weekend as a result. You know, does he just stay in or whatever? I'm inclined to believe he does, but it is a question that I do need to pose myself when I'm weighing up against somebody else who could have the same potential output as him. You know, because if I've got the same potential output and one's got less risk, then of course that's what I want to pick, isn't it? THB, 55 average score. What have we got up here? Yeah, I think Harwood Bellis is going to rock right into my D2. He's in good form. He's playing. I do not see him getting dropped. And it's a sexy looking team right away, isn't it? So he's going to come in to replace Hakimi, which is who would have been in that team apparently. Barco rolls right into the team. He's going to be captain, of course. Captain Barco. It has been we had to negotiate an extension for Barco. It is now in his contract. He is captain of all D2 operations. Darwin Núñez, of course, has got a great fixture, and I think he's going to play. You guys are going to tell me he's not, but I think he will. How much have I looked into it? Enough. Not. I probably need to do another little bit, to be honest, but yeah. And then the last super rare, I picked Cabral right now. I'm not sure that's a great move. In fact, if I've still got Koki lying about, I think Koki's got a good fixture. And I think that's I think that's kind of an incredible team. Captain Barco, I think that's a potentially incredible team. Yeah, so that's the team we're going to put together. So Barco and Darwin stay. Schubert, you're going to get dropped for Van de Voort. In defence, we're going to be bringing in THB, who's in the under-23s team. Barco, and it's Cabral. We're dropping Cabral for Machida. Lovely. Couldn't fall you, right, I'm happy with that. That's a good looking team, man. That could do some real damage. Dewiki back from suspension and Rasmussen coming back from injury, so fancy have a test clean sheet. You had to throw that in there, Joshy boy. Josh, I'm not going to move on that information this time because I think I've got to let one slide after that Werner call last time. Forgive me for bringing it up. I'm going to pass on this one, okay? I'm sure you'll be proven right, and then next time I'm on the suggestion that a Doug beetroot. 395 possible lineups. Average points needed to get a reward 334. So expect a maximum of 395 entrants. Average points to get a reward would be 334. I think this team scoffs 334. It's an interesting detail, by the way. What was it for All-Star D2? This is a really... SoRare Data is the shit in the best possible way. I hope you know what I mean when I say that. 380. Maximum lineups likely to be about 1,000. Interesting. See, I think I'm going to scoop those numbers for those teams right away. So I'm not going to reveal who I've got this time, like a tube. So we're going to do Champion Europe. Now I think I've actually got a Champion Euro D2. So Champion Euro D2, 361 possible lineups. Average points to get a reward 342. Surely I can pick a Champion Euro team that can score around 342. Surely. Who would be in goals? Well, I've got I have done Champion Euro D2 this week. I know I have, because I've got 3 champion goalkeepers and I've kept them all for champion. I've put Oblak at the top because he's Oblak, of course. Who would be my best defender? Super rare. I've already thrown Hakimi away somewhere else. I cannot call upon him. And then it's just Trippier, isn't it? That is an interesting parallel. I've got Koki the Dawn. Koki the Dawn and King Kess. That's the tag team, the defenders. Tanane back in the first 11, you think? Vespasian wants to know. Zian Fleming is out for Citadard. Oh, really? Oh, that does change things because, yes, Josh. Okay. Josh, you have garnished me with further information and I think I will revert to the Schubert selection. Vitesse at home as well. Yeah. Defo. Thanks for talking me back round, Josh. We'll call it even. If it pays off. So I've got champion, but I've not lost Hakimi from Champion Euro, have I? No, I've not. So I must have picked Trippier. Now, I think Trippier's got a good chance of playing it. I think he'll definitely feature, but he's just not been on it really this year so far. I know he's had international, he might have transferred, he might not have. I think Brais Mendes has got a good shout in this team. Ivan Illich, yes, Ivan Illich. And Brais Mendes, I think that's the play we're going to do, isn't it? So then who have we got up top? I need a super rare. I've got Nemeka, who I think features regardless, and that's kind of what I need to play with here. So yeah, Nemeka goes in, and then we're going to put Brais Mendes. You know, the guide here is 342. I reckon I need closer to 400 to be in amongst the goodies, you know. Who would be captain? I think it has to be Illich. He's got the highest potential average score against opponent kind of thing. What was Brais Mendes' in fact? Oh, I hate how I can click them and I can't see them again. Is it because he disappears off it? Is that maybe what it is? Yeah, it is. 53. And Ivan Illich's is 59 or something. I'm going to go Captain Illich. That's a really good looking team, isn't it? Do you know the thing I really like about that team is so who have I got in champion? Is that the team I've picked already? I think I put Mandy in here as a placeholder because I was thinking, what am I going to do with Trippier potentially, or something else? Can't remember. Champion D3, I popped him in here, so I've put it as a kind of placeholder, I think, isn't it? I'm not getting Nubo in this team, do I? Who did I pick? All Black. Why is Nubo here? What is Nubo's opponent's score? 52. 44 for All Black. What is 52 for All Black as well? Yeah, I've got to go All Black here. And then we're going to go Paulinho for Braze. I think when I've made this team, I try to just stretch and get as many out as possible. But that's not what I want to be doing. Come on, Brace Mendes, where are you, son? There you are. And this is what I was missing, guys. You heard me banging on about it for ages. I needed super rare champion Euro midfielders. I've got 2 for what I would consider a very good sum in total, and it enables me. Now, I do need the mecha to start or come off the bench and get decisive. Hoffenheim are a team that do concede. So even if the mecha doesn't start, I'm happy to roll with the punches on that one and see how it goes, because I think it's got a good shot of doing well. So that's interesting. It's kind of taught me some, and again, it's going to be interesting to see how it does with dictating my lineups through this. So I think we go Global All Star D3 and see what we've got now, what we're rocking with. I'll probably finish the stream, guys, not long after I do this, because I've been going for a good little while and I'm quite conscious I don't want to bore you to death. Actually, we'll see how long we go. You need to select show pick players at the top. Oh, XMK, man, you have got my back. Fucking love it, mate. Cheers. So it says All-Star D3. I think Matt Turner's the guy I want to pick. Opponent score 48. He's in good form. Matt Turner scored amazingly well with conceding 2 goals in the last game week. He's, for me, bang for buck, you cannot convince me as a goalkeeper the same price it's better than him. He's like fucking half a coin or something, give or take. Last time I checked him. That may be out of date information, sorry if it is. And I've just had the video talking about stacking and such. I've just put together Trippier and Oblak, and I've also got Kessler and Turner, but again, both those pairs were pure coincidence. Kessler's opponent scores 52, Yemain's is 54, and I think we know that's a good 8. Annie Baba 56, but he's not going to be playing. Jack Hendry 57. Jack Hendry could be in with a shout to get in this team, by the way. But I'm going to go. Oh, Kessler's a rotation risk. It's a kind of kicker. I think I'm going to go Yemain. Average score 54. I think that's pretty much my best shout, isn't it? No, it's Hendry. I'm going to go Hendry. He's in good form against a team he should do well against. Let's see how this pans out. Let's go Hendry. And then let's see in midfield. Who do I like the look of here? Kind of need to be thinking super rare at this point also as well, maybe. Stella Ryan 52. I don't know if Stella Ryan. Some of these guys are so iffy now in terms of selection choices. Some of them are certainties, which is great, but you're just trying to strike that balance of who will start and who won't kind of idea. In terms of midfielders, nobody's really jumping out at me. I think Key does. I think Key gets in this team. Opponent score 53, and you know, Key just needs to get kind of like did this game week for me around the kind of 60-point mark, and I'm satisfied, you know. And then we just want to be trying to pick the best forward here. Ideally, that's not champion Euro, so still got a D3 to pick. So, it's Sane or Depay really? I think Depay should go in here. I think Sane's fixture's probably a bit easier, but Depay. Marcos Jr. 55. Like, oh yeah. Marcos. Oh no. I know what I've done for D4. I don't want to mess with that. In fact, 53. Cabral's is 59. Jesus. Chicharito's in that team as well. If we put Chicharito in there, I know it limits me for America, but I don't want to be thinking of that. Jovic. Okay, let's do it. Let's go Chicharito. Away to Austin. And then we need a super rare to fill in, right? So the best super rare available, it's not a champion Euro super rare really. Brooks Lennon, Wanyama. Wanyama does look good on paper. But are we putting Wanyama and Key together again? I think we might, by the way. I think that's a... But how... It's not got peak scores in it. That's what when I look at that team, I think that's not got many peak scores in it. That's the good opponents. Solid super rares. What have I got in Global All-Star D3? I went Turner, Kessler, Larson, a Yeti, and then a super rare midfielder. Well, I actually quite like that, but I don't know about a Jetty starting because he started tonight. And then I'm double jeopardy on Larson and Global All-Star. I'm going Key, I guess, weren't we? I'm going Key. Key with Kessler. Who was the defender I picked instead of Kessler? Jack Hendry. I guess to get super rare Kessler, I think that's a better decision. Agreed. And what else did I have picked there? Chicharito. I guess I'd pick Chicharito over Larson, just to play it a bit safer. Yeah, the America D2, I've put him in. Let's pop him in here, along with a Yeti. So Yeti's got good scores now. Really, still play him? Yakumakis isn't ready to start. Or is he? This is my method of setting lineups. SoRare Data is so good. The Jetty starts at the weekend, no doubt. You think so, Soccer Silverback? I thought so too when I made this team. Oh, the game's finished. The Pie scored 7.5. I've not had any decisive notifications. I'm going to press save on that. I'll show you this before I move on. Right, so in Global All-Star D4, guys, check this out. Do you know what you're looking at right now? This is a team of rewards. This is a team of rewards I've got in Global All-Star D4, and I'm fucking excited looking at that. If that just pulls out ETH for me, I will be so happy. If it can pull out a card, brilliant. I'd love to try and do my best to keep it running together as a little unit for a couple of weeks, but your main is looking tempting to maybe pull in to another situation potentially with his opposition score. But, you know, we know West Ham are going to batter Leeds, it kind of goes without saying. Yokohama Marinos against Yokohama FC. The derby, Yokohama FC are the whipping boys. Yari V does good most times, and Kim Sung-gyu does good most times. GG's injured. Oh, no way. Did that? He didn't come on. I checked for subs and stuff. Did he like get injured in the warm-up or some nonsense? Oh, for God's sake, I'm going to wait forever to get a guy playing him at them. Under 23s, right, what holes have I picked? Right, the D3, right, so this is an important division. How have I played them out already? Tani, Brooks, Wirtz and Jota. It's a really good team, isn't it? I must have pulled out Taylor, Harwood, Bellis out of this team. So I'm looking for the best super rare that's not in D2 or something like that to come in here. I've not got many options to. I think I'm going to be calling on Acevedo. Paulinho, he's just not had minutes in 2 games in a row for no real obvious reason, which deters me from picking him. Acevedo, I'm pretty sure will play. Just not get big scores in him. Cabral is loose. Let's bring Cabral in here. Fucking great. Brilliant. That's a good under 23s. Nice. Happy with that. Yeah, really happy with that. None of these other teams need fixed. Champion Euro, and then we're going to check out the D3. What holes have I picked? Oh, Jesus. The whole backline. So I think in goals is going to be Nubel, right? His expected score against opponent was... Sani or Depay are going to need... that's what I'd... So what I'd thought was I'll throw... Right, Aissa Mandi, right? I'm going to need to check this out. Is he likely to play? People told me that he's... somebody gave me some great info and it came to pass on him right after I won him in the little comment section of the short, you know, the little video for the pack opening. Somebody gave me some bang on information about him and it was absolutely spot on. But it was like, what was it, Pau Lopez and... or Pau Torres, sorry, I beg your pardon, and some other guy. Where the hell are Villarreal on the table? I'm going blind, I can't even see them. Oh, there. Who was it? Albiol. Yeah, so Albiol's old as fuck. He was on the bench against Elche. They reckoned that, yeah, Albiol plays against Real Madrid. He played the big games, doesn't he? Still playing for Spain at the ripe old age of 36. Plays all the big matches, yes. He's probably been rested for that. And then who's the other guy? Pau Torres. Yeah, he's been playing. So yeah, my boy Mandy is probably on the bench. So, not going to be playing him as a super rare. So what rares do I have? Do I maybe have another super rare to go call upon from elsewhere? I think I would pull Van Dijk up. Maybe Mancini. Mancini's not even fucking picked yet. I think Champion Euro D4's get Tio. I think we pull Tio right into this team. Midfield, can we get a super rare? Illich is used, I know Brais Mendes is used, and I know Renato is injured, so we can't actually really, if we do the D2 we cannot do D3. That is the conundrum we come across, okay? I think that's why I want to do some of this shit on stream, to see if it was worth my while. Away for a scan. Oh, away for a scan, I thought you were saying soccer, so we're back. I thought you were saying you were away for a scan. Away for a scan, injured in the warm-up. Fucking nonsense, man. So what I want to check now at this late hour is the prize pools, right? So Champion Euro, my D2 lineup, I'm quite confident it can do well, but what does doing well mean? 111 entries. What does this reckon it's going to go to? Champion Euro, D2. I will be against uniques. 361 total possible lineups. Average points needed to get a reward 342. I think my team can get 342. Bayern Munich have got a great fixture this game week, which means the Bayern Munich super rares, which there is less of. There's less people that benefit. Oops, compared to the rares. And what can we really go for? It's a tier 1 at the top, it's tier 2s otherwise for top 10, and otherwise you're realistically aiming for a tier 3 with that team, right? What does a tier 3 super rare look like? That is an important question. Because we know what star rares look like. But what does a tier 3 super rare look like? Burger Melling? Suppose I'd be... David Silva, yes, I'd love that. Keita, I'd love that. Ivan Illich, I'd take another one. Angel Gomez, I could probably sell it. Dennis Suarez would be cool. Elena would be cool. Rakitic, yeah. Demabe, Hermoso would be nice. Mandy, I don't need another one. And down here it's not. Yeah, so for towards the bottom of the pool, you're Suso. Imagine you pulled a Suso out of here, by the way, that would be some fucking card to win. Tapia, I think, scores well, doesn't he? Aranguiz. There's enough here to tempt me, because some of these guys it's super rare are very handy to have, very useful. Papu Gomez, yes please, I'd take a super rare of him for free, thank you. It's a big pool, that's the problem, it's a big pool. Albel, who's 36, Pandev, I just seen him, he's 37, Baka's like in his late 30s. So there's a few landmines in this pool. Negredo, we know how old he is. And if we're finishing up 22nd or something, we're not going to be at the top of the pool. If we're doing really well pushing towards the tier 2s, then we'll probably get a better one, safe to say. The tier 2s, that's like the best kind of... Oh, Rafa Leal, Boubacar Kamara, Serginho Dest, Busquets, Lewis, what? Yeah, this is a good thing to aim for, man. Top 10. Odilon, Munayin, Gerson, Irving Lozano. There's a lot. Yeah, I think I'm quite happy to do that. Fuck it. Yeah, tier 2 rares. So I think other people will be turned off by what's there and do what I'm potentially weighing up doing, and that's go scrap the D2, put the power into the D3, and go for the Neymars and the Mbappes that are in the prize pool. For the Champion Euro D3, I'm going to dodge that altogether, because I don't have the super rares to pull it off. I'm going to go D2, I'm going to be a bit sneaky. Champion Euro D4 then, it's actually a really good team, isn't it? Maxi Phillip, to have a better midfielder that I can call upon. 10.5% multiplier. That's the thing I love, guys, about cards that have transferred, is keeping that season bonus a bit longer. I've got a head start XP wise on other cards, which is lovely. I think Champion Euro wise, probably Max Phillips is as good as it gets for me at rare. I'm definitely get better rares than Joe David. So this is now the conundrum. If I've got a Jetty somewhere else, a Jetty can get to fuck. I'm playing Sani in that team, or Depay. Sani's fixture's so much better. Yeah, so I'm going to play Depay over here in Champion Euro with Max Phillip. This one, that one, and all the rest of it. Let's check Van Dijk. Do we have a better option for Van Dijk for keeping Theo in here? So there, Wirtz is used. No, I think I'm actually really happy with that team. And then Trapp is at home at Cologne. I fancy Trapp over Nubel, I think, who's the other choice, isn't he? That's a good team, man. It's not going to be all black, and it's Nubel who's left over. Okay, so that's the Champion Euro D4 we're going with. So we're chasing decisives with that team. We've got a lot of big multipliers on all of them with XP and such. So Josh Worth, thank you for... I'm scared of the Bruges stacks this week with them against Leuven. Hopefully most of them will be an under 23. Good detail on the fixture list. So yeah, I'm going to bin D3. Challenger Euro, I'm just going to bin that then. Do I have a goalkeeper? I'll be playing Van de Voort, won't I? Yakimakis, I won't be playing anymore. Let's just bin that team. I don't know, must have some good super rares still lying about. Definitely get Champion America super rares lying about. Challenger Euro, I'm not as confident. So let's see, Yakimakis, no. THB, Darwin taken, Vines injured, Jordan taken, Illich, yeah, one super rare. So if anything, it'll be Challenger Euro D4. Or, yeah, so I've not picked an under 20, yeah, so I'm going to just be binning this team as well, I think. Bin that. So I had picked some teams. I had a Challenger Euro D4 team there with like Horvath in it, and I thought I'll just stick that there. And under 23s, the D4, I've not got a goalkeeper in yet. I've got Pandur because I just play him as a gamble. But I've now got much better options potentially to fill in this defence. So Richards, I'm happy with that. Kang in, I'm not going to be playing Kang in this team. He did well, right? But I'm not. I don't know if I'm quite taking a gamble on him yet. I think I'd rather play Brendan. Maybe even Dorsch. Dorsch is good for like a guaranteed 50. Then now it seems away to Freiburg could be a good game for a player like him. No, I'm playing Sands. I think Sands is going to have a really good game in the next game against New York. I think I'll be playing centre back, and that's when we get those. No, actually, I don't understand that. His last 5 are pretty shit, aren't they? I think he's going to play a really good match, but it's just when it translates in SO5 with a guy like him, it is kind of hit and miss. But he will play. So will Dorsch. Dorsch is a bigger multiplier. Oh, Brendan. I think we play Brendan, don't we? I was saying to Hendo and the guys, Hendo and McBride, Brendan gives me the fear, but I think I'm backing him. I think I'm backing Kevin Paredes. He made my SD11 team, of course. And then under 23 forward. I'm not going to play Jota. I've got Joveljic still knocking about. Ugbo, Hoppe. With Joe David, I could play Joe David over here now. Joe David, who scored last night or whatever, away at Strasbourg or Ueda. I wonder what the breakdown is on Ueda, so let's check that out. Under 23. What's this, a D4, isn't it? Forward. Oh, no, that's extra, sorry, we want forward. Ueda 45, Joe David 53. Good to see right away. Cormad de la Fuente's got a good fixture. It didn't start up. Maybe Cormad starts in the next one. I'm not going to take that gamble. So we'll drop Ueda for David. That's cool by me. And then I think we'll captain. I want to captain Bubba Brendan Aronson. I call him Bubba. In case he plays, because he will get. He's got 70 pluses if he gets decisive. So that's his kind of score that he rocks with. I know. Josh, I've mentioned it already. If you've caught it on camera already, I was going to be coming to it in any case. I think I've filled all those holes out. I've got a hole over here somewhere in Champion America. It's in the D2. So yeah, I've just tried to play it. Yeah, not really swinging for the fences on this one. I'm tempted to actually just put Joseph in this team because he might be on the bench for the Philly game, and he could still come off the bench and score, and that might be enough for this team. So I think I'm going to do that. Disrupts very little. That team I don't have big hopes for anyway. Champion America D3. Yeah, I'm happy with that team. That looks good to me. Yeah. Happy with this. Right, guys. Josh is brought up in the live chat. Yes, I mentioned Cheesy earlier. I am entering the Rookie League, right? I've never entered the Rookie League before, and I think this game week I'm doing it. And I've thrown in Gabriel against Tottenham. That's a derby. You know, he's had 276s in a row. But he might. Tottenham's a big game. I think he'll do well. Denier, I think he'll do well at home as well. But what do you call it? I didn't enter the special weekly where they gave away goalkeepers. They gave us another chance at the Rookie League. I never entered it then because I'd never had cards for it. I've got cards for it this time. You know, they're all playing. They've all got fixtures. That's never happened before. So I'm going to enter it one time, right? I've never won a common. I'd like to win a common if that's okay with you guys. So I can say I've won one and then I can move on. And I think I'm actually going to... So I'm going to be hitting a conundrum here now. So I've got my nice, like... I can't do it, can I? I've got my nice little team of rewards, yay! I'm going to have to kind of break that up and drop the GU for Nooble because it now makes no sense to not play as many regions as I can now. So I put Nooble in there, and keeping the GU back, I can go and do a Champion Asia D4, which is worth a shot, you know, with the cards I've got. Takal's back in playing. I'll go Ominami, but since he's my boy. Let's check used. I'm just looking for guys that might be in training. Saka's in training. I think we'll put a stop to that. Yeah. Sammy's in training. I can't back Sammy out. So we've got Ueda, and we've got Machida in training. We'll put Machida. This is, guys, look at this for a vintage Asia lineup. It's got to be Captain Osaka, hasn't it? Let's see how well that team can do. Magic, guys. I don't think I've showed you my D5s. I think we're pretty much through one way, shape or form. I think you've pretty much seen all the teams now that we're rocking out with this game week. I'm really excited for the game week. The streams, guys, is just about me chatting, talking lineups with you guys. You getting to see what I do. You know, not that I'm the best guy in the world or anything, but I'm pretty good, you know. And it's the chat, the live chat is what gets the stream going for me. So I always love all you guys out there for your contributions in it, so I'm taking this opportunity to thank you very much. I was going to double check Challenger Europe. I cannot put a team together yet. The only keeper would be Horvath. I'm going to throw a punty D4 in just because I think Henry's got a good fixture, not been picked, and Cham might do well, I suppose. What did Della Torre get a 64 tonight? He played tonight. That's interesting. And they're at home again. Yeah, okay, let's put Della Torre in there. Not got Larson in the team all of a sudden. Let's put him in there, and then we've got Champion. So let's just throw that team out there. See what happens, eh? Not touching the D4. Oh, yeah. So actually, I think we're going to be kicking a Jetty out for Sani. Yeah. So I've still got Sani knocking about. We want Sani in a team like this because I think Sani, I'm going to do this, and Sani is going to... Oh, actually, do you know what I can do? I can put Sani in here instead of Chicharito, and I can go put Chicharito back where I got him and drop Joseph because, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's actually, that's the way to do it. Joseph's an injury worry, it's well known. Why even touch him? Keeps this D2 quite strong as well because Chicharito is a false super rare potentially if he gets a goal and an assist or something like that, if he gets the Galaxy firing. So yeah, I'm going to go with that. And is there any other teams that you haven't seen yet? Oh yeah, it's the D5s. Okay, so Global All-Star, do I have a D5? Yes, I do. So Global All-Star D5, my limited. Guys, I think I've got 4 limited teams this game week. David Soraya. Now, this guy, Ishmael Canduce. I've won him twice, would you believe? Camavinga's going into this team along with Junior Adamu and Filip Stefanovic. Guys, see the limited cards? I really love the look of them. I really can't get away with how much, like... I wish like they were the uniques, but then there's only one of them, so it's a really weird thing. Do you want the best looking card to be the one there's only one of that you probably will never have? Or do you want the nicest cards to be the one that you can have, and you do have? So I kind of like that aspect of it. I spoke about it on a video I did, I think it was called Limited Chat 1 or something. I got a Benjamin Sesko, he adds to my limited rookie kind of collection. Duvikas, Zakarian and Christensen, they're all big hitters. Safanov, of course, as we know, is under 23 legend, so I might get an under 23 limited card potentially. I've not looked at the price pools for limited, guys. I just buy them and roll them out. I even forgot to play them in the midweek. That's how much I think about limiteds in that respect, if that makes sense. My rares and my super rares I pay a lot of attention to in a lot of different facets, but the limiteds, I do just kind of treat them like cannon fodder, like stickers, you know. Managed to get a full Man City lineup out. I've still not got Aguero because he's not got a card. David Silva. Still no sign of coming back, so, or, you know, I've not got concrete information on who will be playing, so I'm not going to take the risk. And I think I've got a Challenger D5. I do. So I've got 4 D5s. How mad is that? And it's mainly the Spartak contingent, of course. Canduce, the guy I'm doubler of, and I've got Luka Sucic knocking about that needs a team. So I think we're doing pretty well. No special weekly for me. I've just got, 12% on Sani is delicious. That is the word for it, Misaki. It's fucking great. I love all the cards I've got now that are plus 10%, and I'm trying to concentrate them in big teams. And that's actually, subconsciously, I don't think I verbalised it, but that's the reason that I've picked Sani over Depay in this situation for who goes to Global All-Star D3 or who stays at D4, because if they both shoot like 57 or 76, there's like 3% of a difference in them, and Sani can make up a shortcoming on Depay. But if they score the same or Sani scored, you know, then that extra 3% might carry me a wee bit further. That is the hope, that is the dream. So I've not got a special weekly team out because I've not got any like French league midfielders, I don't think. I've got, and I don't think it'll be a good team anyway. So Challenger Europe, I've got D5 and D4. D4's got a known DNP goalkeeper. Champion Euro, we're going D2, 4 and 5, which is odd. And under 23s, we're going the full stretch all the way up the barrel. We're chasing every one of them down, which is cool by me. And mind you guys, I think that's pretty much all we're going to be covering tonight. Hudson Sin, I will be getting in touch with you. Hudson Sin, while you're here, I'll catch it when the outro music plays, but if you can just drop, if you're still here of course, I'm pretty sure you're on Twitter, or somewhere I can reach you. I can see who you are, I know you're a member, all that stuff. So just let me know how I can reach you, and we'll, or even just your manager name, Hudson Sin, from your account that I can see as you, and it's not somebody masquerading as you. Then I'll get that ETH to you pronto. Magic. Right, where are we? There we are. Right, okay. Magic, guys. I hope you've had fun tonight. I'm a wee bit out of breath. It's been a wee bit longer than usual. I'm very much looking forward to it. Oh, before we check out, let me see where I'm standing, because Depay's game has finished. The game week has finished. And I'm not too sure where we are in the standings. Depay, has not managed to get us across the line, unfortunately. A tier 1 and a wee bit of ETH. It'll be a nice wee trophy day tomorrow to start the weekend off. But Champion Euro D3, Depay did his damnedest. 26 points off. Sorloth or Oblak, pick one. They've let me down. Mendes scores. Hakimi scores 2. Depay gets damn near 60 without a decisive. Anyway, have a good night, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this. If at any time, guys, you've laughed, you learned, you like something, whatever, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, like, subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff. If you've watched this not live or after we've been live, thank you very much. YouTube is now about to show you some other stuff you might like that hopefully I've made. Oh, and good luck this game week, guys. Have a great one. Thanks very much. Been a pleasure.